Thanks for tuning in for our grand reveal episode of my personal home renovation. As you can see, we've still got quite a bit of work to do on the exterior, but that's going to be happening over the next few months and into the spring and summer. What I'm most excited to show you about today is the interior of the home. As mentioned in previous episodes, we did a complete cosmetic upgrade to the full interior. This half of the house, we did some major structural changes. We removed a lot of walls and opened up the space and vaulted the ceilings. I'm so excited to show you how it turned out. Welcome to my home. Moving into this part of the house, we kept the existing layout as we discussed in the first episode. In the laundry room here, we created a bit of a mud space with just some simple shoe storage, a bench top, and then some fun hooks that create a little bit of playfulness in here, installed at different heights for our son and then also us to be able to quickly drop some stuff. In the rest of this part of the house, it was really just cosmetic upgrades. The bedrooms got new finishes, new carpet and paint, and we had some fun with the decorations in our son's bedroom. The biggest change that we made on this side of the house was a complete gut of this bathroom. We moved the toilet, which used to sit right here, and tucked it in behind the door away from the bathtub, so this was a nice work area and just created more floor space. Some other features in this bathroom that I absolutely love are the tiles. I've got a pattern tile on the floor to bring in a bit of a playfulness, and then this really soft blue, which is a tie-in to the finishes in the kitchen. As you can remember from episode 3, we ran into some questionable electrical work that was buried behind unwaterproofed shower board in the previous bathroom, so we decided to investigate here and then ended up having to do a complete upgrade in here as well, fixing some of those problems. So we're standing here in the foyer, and if you can remember from episode 1, we've removed this wall, which used to separate the foyer and the living room, completely opening up the space and just making it a lot more inviting when you walk into the home. Moving into the dining room, this used to be a really small pocket door that really separated the two spaces. So we've opened that up and created this beautiful large dining space with this gorgeous solid walnut dining table that we saw from Lock and Mortis in episode 5. Other elements in this area are the chairs that we purchased through CF Interiors, also seen in episode 5, and then some beautiful lighting accents. So we've got lots of different styles of lighting throughout the house. We talked about task lighting and decorative lighting and accent lighting in episode number 4. And so we've got a showcase of that, lots of different controls to create different zones and different moods throughout the space. The grand chandelier, which we saw in episode 4, really creates a focal point and complements the vaulted ceiling and the shiplap finish that we did on the ceilings here. Moving into the kitchen. This is one of my favorite areas. It's our prep area. We added the additional prep sink in here where I can just really use this as a great working zone when working in the kitchen, creating a space kind of outside of the main traffic area. So I just love it because I can see out to the backyard and it's nice and bright. Talking about lighting again in this area, we've got some dual function lights here. So the wall sconces provide a decorative feature, bringing in a little bit of jewelry for the space, but are also great task lights. Moving into this part of the kitchen, let's talk about some of these finishes. So back in episode 2, we were at my office discussing finishes, countertops, and then also millwork finishes. So we've got the tie-in of the blue on the back side of the island, which is also on the front side here, and these beautiful white oak island gables that just really frame in the space and just play a nice complement to the rest of the materials. I opted to go with white around the perimeter just to keep things clean and bright and fresh, and with the island accent to just kind of create a bit of a pop. One of my favorite details in the kitchen is this beautiful countertop reveal detail that we did. So we kept the countertops flush with the end gables to bring in some contemporary elements, but I wanted the functionality of having the overhang on the face of the cabinetry. So we kept a standard overhang off the blue portion off the doors, and then actually brought the gables forward just to create a really nice frame around the island, really finishing off that blue accent. So I've played with a mix of 2 different finishes throughout the house, the gold finish and then also brushed nickel, which I used brushed nickel on the blue doors, took that opportunity with a different millwork finish to incorporate a different hardware finish. And the reason why I did that was to tie into the stainless steel that is inevitable in most cases with appliances. So being that this is a living space, somewhere that my family uses functionally every single day, I wanted to show that it's okay to have appliances on your countertop. So many times when we're designing, we're talking about how to hide countertop appliances. I personally don't mind having them out when you have a larger countertop space, because these are countertop appliances that we use every day, sometimes multiple times a day. And then of course, the open bottle of wine, that's just a standard countertop accessory for me as well. So I just want to quickly talk about the appliances. We went with a 36-inch range here because we had the space for it. My preference over gas is induction, and that's for a safety perspective, and it's also super fast cooking. We went with a 36-inch paneled fridge here, which is always my preference as a designer, to hide it behind the millwork panels and make it look like it's a feature in the space as opposed to a big stainless steel box. One of my favorite views of the interior of the home is standing here and enjoying this massive wall here where I'm gonna be building on this gallery wall, and also how the vaulted ceiling looks here and the shiplap feature. The vaulted ceiling really just creates a beautiful connection between the kitchen and the living space. This little area here is kind of our bonus area. It's for a nice space for our son to play and keep his toys kind of tucked out of the area, but still part of the rest of the home. The main feature in this space is the fireplace. The fireplace creates a focal point when you walk into the home and also when you're walking up to the house. As seen in the previous episode, the guys were installing this gorgeous marble surround, which turned out so beautifully. And we opted to install some millwork on either side for additional storage, and then some open shelving to display some personal items. Although we're wrapping up the episodes with my own personal home renovation, we are going to be continuing the series. So if you have a project that you want to see featured, make sure to reach out and let us know. And also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us at Madeleine Design Group on our social channels.